going to be talking about how to rotate your tires on the GMC Yukon. But first, before we begin, I'm going to be talking about the items you need. First, you need your safety glasses. Second, you need the correct size socket to break your lug nuts, which I have a 7th to 8th size lug nut. Over here, to fully take off your lug nuts, I always like to use the nut spinner. And to break your lug nuts, I use the breaker bar. And to lift the vehicle, I already pre-lifted it. I use my jack stands and my jack. Also, you can use a lift, any kind of lift. All right, let's get started. As I mentioned before, I already lifted it. So here we go. I'm gonna start. And I already broke the lug nuts, like I said before. I'm trying to get it. There we go. And now you can just hand untighten. I guess it really doesn't matter when you're taking off your lug nuts what order you go in, but when you're putting them back on, you always want to go with your star pattern. I don't know why I'm going with the star pattern right now, but oh dear, she slipped off. And another way, or an easier way you can do it, is just to have your socket on there, just plain old socket like that, and just spin it off like that. Then you don't have to worry about the lug spinner just slipping off or anything like that. Alright. For every tire, there's just too many lug nuts for this. Before, but silly me decided, hey, let's not do that.
You want me to get your ratchet? Ratchet? No.
No, I'm just going to use the lug spinner for this one because this one's kind of hard and it keeps going. There we go. Look at that. Easy to use a lug spinner. And as you take off all your lug nuts, you're going to want to pull off your tire and put it into the correct position. Since this is an all-wheel drive, you want to pull your front tires back, then do the rear tires and crisscross them. So for this one, again, I will put this one over here, lay it down, and just put the lug nuts right in there, or wherever is convenient for you when I get my lugs there. The pattern for rotating your tires differs within, if it's like a front drive, like it goes, the front two tires crisscross to the back, then the back tires go forward. And the reason we rotate the tires is because you want to get the maximum life out of your tires, so then that means you're going to get the maximum tread, like deterioration of the tire spans. So that's always a good thing. Again, I should have taken off the lug nuts before, so it doesn't just take all my time taking them off. And this one here, this one would go to the front right passenger side tire spot. Here we go. Grab all your lug nuts. I'm gonna leave my tool here, so there we are. And my cameraman is going to roll the tire to the front right passenger side. Got your lug nuts, got your wheel spinner, or your lug spinner. And I want to gently set down your tire, as you can see, and put put your lug nuts somewhere safe. And again, take off all your lug nuts. If I can even get them. There we go. And for rear wheel tires, it's the same as the all-wheel or four-wheel drive tires. You would want to put the front tires to the back and crisscross the back to the front. So, if you were wondering what kind of, if it differs. I suppose I should have picked a different vehicle to do this video, because all these lug nuts, typically I usually work on cars or vehicles that only have 5 lug nuts per tire, but this one happens to be 6. You wouldn't think it has more work, but for some reason it does. Go, last lug nut again, and again we're going to put this tire to the rear right wheel spot. So, grab everything, pull it off, gently, roll it to the spot, and we're going to just gently set the tire down. And then put your lug nuts in a safe spot, which right there is fine for me. And once again, final tire. For this tire, we're going to the front left spot because that's how the pattern works. Last time. And one more thing before actually lifting your vehicle, make sure all your lug nuts are broken so you don't like get in the air and you don't like have an impact wrench to undo your lug nut, because if you do that then you have to lower your vehicle again and start undoing the lug nuts that you missed. So always double check. Almost done with this tire. Ooh. See how I can like actually go faster the more I do it. Once again, we're going to the front left side. Oh dear. There we go. Just got his foot down there. And we're just gonna roll it.
Keep rolling.
Cameraman comes. One possible thing that can be kind of difficult is getting your tire onto the hub, but just takes a little bit of patience. I gotta get into a spot. Alright, as you can see, my tire magically went on, so I'm going to just put on my lug nut first, and my second one. And right now you actually want to go in your star pattern, which is like the furthest peg away from the lug nut that you just put on. So like that. And after you actually get these on, like kind of, then you want to actually hand tighten completely, or you can actually use your lug nut spinner and tighten it like that. So we're going to go like that. Just gonna tighten it real good. Go over here, get in your star pattern again. There we go. And if you want to push down on the tire, you can. It's a lot easier if you want to. Then going over here, star pattern. Here we go. This one, I'm going to be right at the beginning again. And always, if you prefer, or if you want, you can always go over that second one because it might be loose like that. See, if you want to keep going over them until they're really hand tight, then you can. If you want to come over here, layer on the rim, or just drop all your lug nuts on the ground. Here we go. So always pick a spot that you feel comfortable with. Like, I always feel comfortable like this because I'm in control. I'm in control. And there we go. It's on there. It's good. Now you just want to put a lug nut on, if I can find one. Here we are. And another thing, make sure you do not put on your lug nuts backwards and try torquing them, because you will ruin your lug nut if you try that. Again, with your star pattern, always go with your star pattern, because if you don't do the star pattern, then the wheel isn't going to be centered on your hub, and it will do damage or just completely ruin your tire somehow. Just keep hand tightening and find your lug nut if you can. And where's my lug spinner? It's up here. Go once again with your star pattern. Always star pattern. Oh, and don't slip off. There we go. Going and going and going. And I'm going to push the tire just so it's like on there. So I can actually go all the way in. Here we go. I know. There we go. There we are. And we are almost done with this tire. We're halfway there. Oh, well, go with this one again. Tighten it up. There we are. I think that's good. Okay, and your magical tire magically went on your rim, or not rim, geez, your hub. And again, can't stress this enough, your star pattern, because you don't want to ruin anything. Alright. Almost there. Let's see. After the third one, this might get a little bit tedious, but it's worth it. One, okay, if I can even get it on. There we are. Look at that, like a champ. And go like that. Star pattern, again. Yeah. That. Going, and that one doesn't look tight at all, so go with that. Almost done. There. Almost there. Oh. Oh, what a weed. There we are. Third tire done. Fourth one, here we come. Lift the tire, put the tire, sit down, and put my legs out, and lift the tire again. Oh, there we go. There we go. And tighten, or hand put them on, whatever you want to call it these days. Go. And when you're putting them on by hand at first, you don't have to be very tight. You put them on very deep. You want to say it? There we go. Just as long as you're tired, it's going to stay in place or on the hub. Whichever helps you. There we go. And again, with your star pattern. There you go. Again. Oh. Almost there. Keep giving you your hints with your star pattern. There we go. Oop. I'm not missed. There we go. And as you can see, we put all 4 tires on the vehicle. Your next step would be lowering the vehicle and then torquing your lug nuts. But you can find your torque specs either in your owner's manual or you can just search it online. And after that, you put everything away and you just rotated your tires. So, thanks for watching. Bye.